What's up, everybody? It's your boy Justin. Sunday. It is the 19th of July. I'm always rocking my Phillies gear, even though they didn't show up today against the Mets. You know, muck the Fets, as we say. For some reason, I'm thinking about the word friends and loyalty and associates. I took my kids to go see The Odyssey yesterday. Christopher Nolan masterpiece. Shit was incredible. Probably one of the best movies I've ever seen. But you know, watching it, I just got the idea of the word friends, and not those six snobby people in New York from the 90s. Not those six. And if you were offended by that. So, but yeah, friends, you know, I had many in elementary school, many in middle school, many in high school, many in college. Obviously, post-college, things kind of, you know, you kind of cut away some people. And if they're not in your life now, that's okay. And again, not to diss anybody that I was cool with back in the day. There are friends, there are people you're cool with, there are associates, and there are people you are familiar with. And someone says, "Oh yeah, do you know John?" I say, "I'm familiar with him," or "Yeah, he's an associate," or "She's an associate." It's not to say that you hang with them, but it's not that you don't hang with them. You know, like there were people I knew in college. If I needed something taken care of, they got my back. You know, shout out to Joe and Darnell back in the day. If you know who they are, you know. But you know, friends, they come and go. I definitely have ones that I still am in constant contact with, and I don't have to call them every day. I don't have to text them every day, but they know who they are, and they know that they're cared for, and vice versa. Like I said, you don't have to talk to your friends every single day. I'm not needy. Would I like to talk to my friends every day? Sure, but I don't need to. When I do, everything's gravy. You know, it's like we were just shooting a breeze from yesterday. So just, you know, I see videos on TikTok and whatnot that say, you know, if a guy has a small circle of people, you know, he's one to look out for. Meaning, he's keeping his eyes on the prize and doesn't really spread himself too thin around people, because the thinner sometimes you're spread, the easier it is that someone's negativity can penetrate your wall and burst your bubble and stuff like that. So, you know, like I said, I'm happy that, you know, my parents, my dad passed away last year. My mom's 82 now. They had a big circle of friends, the karaoke crew, and just a whole bunch of people that cared for them, still care for them. And, you know, when I come into town, you know, I get to see them and stuff. And so I'm happy that she has the circle, and you know, they had that circle. But it is good to keep your circle small, because just like in Meet the Fockers, the circle of trust, you know, not everyone can get in there. So, you know, just be vigilant, keep your eyes open, keep your head on a swivel, and just, you know, still enjoy your life, but, you know, pay attention to the little things, the details, all right? And that, peace.